and thank the members of the panel for coming here today to testify. Mr. Murray, it's your contention that regulations are what is resulting in your industry not doing as well as it had in the past?
Yes, sir.
Which rules in particular, in addition to the stream protection rule, are you unhappy with?
In addition to the stream protection rule, we have the clean water rule, the mine dust rule, the ozone rule, and the clean power plan that we're currently dealing with, along with a myriad of other regulations that have been pushed under this administration.
Now, you're aware of the fact that 95% of the world's scientists, as I understand it, all agree that the burning of fossil fuels like coal produce heat-trapping gases that are the main cause of the ongoing rise in global atmospheric temperatures.
I'm not a climate scientist. I'm a coal miner. But I will say that by the EPA's own admission, you could shut down every coal-fired power plant in the United States, and it would have a negligible effect on the climate. That's a fact. They've stated as such. I'm here today to talk about the stream protection rule. This is a real issue. It is a job killer. It's going to affect those on fixed income, low-income families, senior citizens, and it is a catastrophic rule that will destroy underground coal mining in this country.
Well, you know, there are a lot of organizations that take a different view of the stream protection rule, and they see a need for regulations to protect clean water, to enable us as people to enjoy clean water. And, you know, regulations have their place, do they not?
Yes, absolutely. We're for clean water. There's laws on the books right now with the Surface Mining and Control and Reclamation Act of 1977. Those rules are complied with daily. We have more environmental scientists on staff than we have mining engineers. So we work with the state and federal agencies continually and apply our good science and good faith and sincere concern for the environment on a daily basis, and we work with those agencies. And the rules that are on the books now, they work, and they don't need to be materially rewrote under the stream protection rule.
Well, I can appreciate your view on that, and others have a different view. And, you know, fact is the coal industry is subject to a lot of pressure from I mean, Ms. Cabot, her industry or her company has moved away from coal-fired plants or coal-fired production to natural gas. Is that right, Ms. Cabot?
Yes, that's correct.
And so natural gas is one of your competitors, Mr. Murray. Is that not correct?
Absolutely, yes, that's correct.
And that's another factor that's causing your industry to not be doing as well as it once did.
That's correct, yes.
Mm-hmm. And you believe that, both of you believe, do you not, that health of workers is a legitimate area for regulation?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So you're not contesting any occupational safety rules, occupational health and safety rules, are you?
In the mining sector, we have one called the mine dust rule, which on its face sounds like it's a health and safety rule that would help our miners, but in fact it does not. But that's, as far as occupational safety health measures, that's the only thing we would be contesting.
And Mr. Bivens, your conclusion is that these regulations have no impact on job creation or investment or profits or even wages for workers. Is that correct?
Not at the economy-wide level. There's definitely some shuffling of jobs. You do have some negative impacts in some sectors of the economy that are counterbalanced by positive impacts elsewhere. But aggregate trends, no. Regulatory changes are just not a primary driver.
All right, Mr. Weissman, you're the only attorney on the panel. I share that dubious distinction with you, although I appreciate having that distinction. Anything you'd like to add?
just important to remember two things. One is that first, two things. How about that? Closer? Two things. One is that it's natural for regulated companies to push back against regulations that are newly being required of them. The record of industry complaining about the next regulation ready to destroy it is not a good one, including, I must say, in the coal industry particularly. But this is true going back to the New Deal and bankers, chemical companies, restaurant and hotels worried about clean air rules related to tobacco. I detail some of this in my testimony. That's one thing. And the other thing is the stories are compelling. As Dr. Bivens suggested, individual firms may actually be impacted. But there are individuals who are benefiting as well, and we're not hearing from them today. The person who's protected from silica dust exposure and resulting cancer, that's a real life saved as a result of the rule that's being talked about here. And there's going to be hundreds of lives saved every year by the silica rule that we're discussing. You go down the list of the regulations we're talking about, they have these net benefits. We aggregate them. But those net benefits are really an expression of the lives that are saved, the lives that are improved, the quality of life that is guaranteed as a result of the rules that are under discussion today.
All right, thank you. My time has expired, so thank you.